Last night, or actually this morning at 2 o'clock, I finished reading Delirium by Lauren Oliver, and this book was amazing. So I am giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I heard a lot about this book. I heard a lot of really good things from everybody. I didn't hear any bad things about it, but for some reason I still wasn't interested in it. I really just didn't, it was just meh, I didn't want to read it. But then I saw Gemma's review over at Lifelong Nerd, and I thought, maybe I should read it. Maybe it will be good. And it was amazing. I know everybody has read this book. I feel like I'm like the last person to be reading this book, but I'm still going to say what it's about, just in case there's people out there who haven't read it yet. Delirium takes place in the future. I don't think it's too far into the future, but in the future nonetheless, where love is a disease. It's not like it's something different. It's exactly the same as love has always been, but people consider it to be a disease. They think that it causes, like jealousy and hate and crimes and all disastrous things. So they have perfected a cure so that people become boring and unemotional creatures. People get this cure when they're 18, but they can't get it before they're 18 because it causes really bad complications and can cause people to go blind or die or all these horrible things. So until you are 18 and have the procedure done, you still are capable of falling in love. You are so much more exciting and interesting and full of feelings than people who have been cured, because you have not been cured of your emotions. You still have all of your emotions intact. You are able to fall in love. But it is a very, very, very bad thing to fall in love. It's illegal. All the girls and boys are separated. If you are talking to a boy and neither of you have been cured, that is a very, very bad thing. This story is about a girl named Lena who is turning 18 soon and is going to have the cure, and she's very excited about it, and just like most people are, because it's going to clear her head and it's going to make everything better and she's going to be happy and all that great stuff that comes with not being able to feel. But of course, she meets a boy and starts to question all of these things. Is love really a deliria? Is it really something bad? Does it really cause all of these things, or are they lying to us? What I liked most about this story was the writing. Oh my gosh, Lauren, you can write. This is one talented chick. Seriously, her writing is so beautiful. I can't even, it was like poetry. It's like they were a couple secretly taking dance lessons for their first wedding dance, and everyone was just, thinking that they were going to be dancing all nice, the girl with her hand on his shoulder and their hands linked, and maybe they look at each other with a nice little smile, but then boom, they can do the waltz or the rumba, or I don't know, some complicated dance, but they can do this beautiful dance and they move together seamlessly and they flow together as they're one person, and everyone's just, wow, oh my gosh, look at them dance, it's beautiful. It's like that, except it's words. Another thing that I really liked about this story was like the conflicting emotions and thoughts that Lena was having. Because, at the beginning of the story, she thinks that it's, that the cure is a good thing, and she agrees that love is bad, and, doesn't even use the term love. It's called amor deliria nervosa. That is what they call love. It's very, very bad. It is a disease that is bad for everyone, and if you are infected, you will kill people and you will die and burn in hell, pretty much. So she agrees with the fact that the deliria is bad, and that she's going to be a better person when she's cured of it. But then whenever she starts experiencing all these different things that she's not supposed to experience, and having these feelings that she's never had before, and that she knows that it's bad, and she thinks at the beginning she thinks that it's going to kill her, and she thinks that she's seriously sick, and that was really interesting to hear the other side of this completely insane thing, that love would be this horrible thing that people are just so afraid of. I enjoyed reading about her just, enjoying the love, and how when she thinks it's going to kill her, she doesn't even care. She's like, this is the most amazing feeling ever, and then she's going back and forth between, oh my gosh, is this actually a good thing? Or is this something that's actually going to kill me and it's something that's really bad? Should I still be getting the procedure, or should I be trying to run away? So good. The story reminded me of Divergent, which is weird because it's not the same at all. Not even close. Not even. But for some reason, I felt like it had the same kind of urgency that Divergent had. I don't know what it was, but I feel like if you liked Divergent, you would like Delirium, and I feel like if you liked Delirium, you would like Divergent. Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like if you haven't read this but you've read Divergent and you loved it, you should pick it up and give it a go, and vice versa. They both kind of have the same essence. I'm not sure what it is, but that's the way I feel, so I'm telling you. I loved everything about this book. I couldn't find anything wrong with it, except there isn't a lot of dialogue in it, which is fine. That's great. That's how she writes. She doesn't have a lot of dialogue. There's nothing wrong with that at all, especially because her non-dialogue was so beautifully written, I didn't even frig. But when things are written in the first person, I find it easier to connect with the other characters when there is a lot of dialogue, because there's no way to know what they're thinking and what they're feeling unless they're talking, because the person narrating the story can't tell you what that guy is thinking. Like, she can't tell me what Alex is thinking. But if Alex talks, then I can hear what he's thinking, and it kind of like shows off their personality a little bit more, so it helps me connect to the characters a bit more when there is more dialogue. So I felt like I wasn't as connected to Alex as I could have been, but I still did really, really enjoy his character. I told myself I wasn't going to buy the second one, Pandemonium, until I read all the other books that I have bought recently. Which I knew wouldn't be that long because I don't have that many left to read, but I was like, no, I should read the other books that I have and then I can read Pandemonium. But I finished this and I was like, oh my god! I cannot wait. So, I work in a mall, which has a Kohl's, which is a bookstore, so on my very first break, I ran to Kohl's and bought Pandemonium because I had to. I'm excited to continue, and by the time the review for this book is up, I'm probably gonna be done this one. Wonderful, wonderful book, seriously, exciting story, great characters, beautifully written, interesting, different, unique, great, fantastic, and thank you, Gemma, for making a review, because I feel like if I didn't watch your review, I wouldn't have picked it up. So,